Hiya,
Hello.
how are you doing?
I'm okay, thank you.
Excellent. If you could just introduce yourself.
My name is Rachel Burgin.
And how did you get into politics?
Well, I was very involved in my local church. I was living in Copeland at the time, and I was a Sunday school teacher. I served on the parochial church council. But there were various issues in my local community, including flooding, and I helped the parish council on the flooding issue, and also I became a school governor. And then after that, the British National Party turned up in my community, and I, along with a friend from my church, helped the campaign to keep the British National Party off Cumbria County Council. And then after that campaign, I decided that I needed to do something constructive rather than just campaign against existing parties. And so I decided to join the Labour Party, and that was in 2009. But I moved to Hertfordshire in 2010, and I was really fortunate to win a place on the Labour Party's Future Candidates programme, which is running to get new blood standing for public office. And I was really fortunate to take part in that programme along with people like Jess Phillips and Marvin Rees, where I actually realised that I had the skills to run for public office and that I should look for opportunities to do that. But actually, practically, it's easier to run for public office closer to where you live. And I was living in Hertfordshire at the time. I still live in Hertfordshire. And I actually ran in a neighbouring constituency, which was Hitchin and Harpenden. The local MP, Peter Lilly, was known to be a climate change sceptic. I had done a lot of work on climate change campaigning, and I've worked in the energy industry, in the renewable energy industry, and I thought this was a really good opportunity to be able to make a stand for public office, and see if I was made for it.
Fantastic. And how did that go?
Well, I wasn't expected to win. So in 2010, Labour got 13% of the vote and were in third place. And in 2015, when I was the candidate, we got that up to 20.6% of the vote, so we increased it by 4,000. Yeah. Subsequently, in 2017, with a different candidate, has gone up to 30%.
Wow.
So Labour's very much back on the map in Hitchin and Harpenden, which is really good.
And what difference did your faith make in your political journey?
I would say that standing for public office was the hardest thing I've ever done. So I was in full-time employment in London. I was also probably putting in 40 hours a week on the campaign, answering emails, campaigning. My weekends were very, very full, week in, week out. I would say that being sustained in that took a superhuman amount of energy, which I don't think that I could ever have had without my faith. I also think that having a faith meant that I was grounded in what I believed, and therefore it was easier for me to stick to what I believed, rather than kind of be swayed by the winds. And I found that really, really helpful in terms of articulating what I believed and why I believed it. I had a reason to have integrity. I had a reason to have principles, and so therefore I had reasons to kind of count the cost, if that makes sense.
Yeah. And so organisations like Christians in Politics, which set out to support people of faith who want to get into politics, were you interacting with Christians on the left, with Christians in politics, to kind of help you along with that?
Well, I very much was involved interacting with Christians on the left as a member of the Labour Party, and they were really good actually, because after the Future Candidates programme in 2011, they kind of gathered together those of us who got on the programme, and we became our own support group. So we'd meet maybe once every few months. We'd learn together, we'd pray together, we'd email each other, and the Labour Party selection process is actually really demanding. It's more demanding time-wise than other main political parties for various reasons. And so therefore we were there to help each other practically, offer each other advice. And I think that your church can always be supportive, and I had a great church. My minister was absolutely brilliant. But I think that the challenges of being a Christian in politics are quite unique in terms of the practicalities, in terms of the difficulties, and actually walking alongside people who are going through exactly the same challenges is what gets you through. And I found that was what was really valuable about Christians in Politics.
Thank you. And lastly, Movement Day. Mm-hmm. What was your highlight from this weekend?
My highlight from this weekend is actually none of the programme. And I suppose I came here because I was at a crossroads and I didn't quite know where I was going next politically. And I wanted to immerse myself in teaching and experience of others that might lead the way in the right direction. But actually, what has been the most valuable has been the conversations I've had away from the main stage with people who are actually walking very similar journeys to me, where we meet up and actually there is that common understanding. And that's how you get through, it's that comradeship of saying, we're walking the same road together and we can get through this together, and actually together we're more than the sum of our parts.
Fantastic. Thank you. I hope you continue to feel that way.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.